Hey everybody, it's Maria, and this is Simon. This is one of our dogs, and he really wanted to cuddle apparently, and well, he always wants to cuddle. Pugs are always under my feet. He just, yeah, I couldn't not pick him up. So I'm going to have him sit with me for the video, and hopefully it will not be too loud because pugs are really noisy breathers. Hopefully his adorable pug face will make up for it. So today I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about parenting and sacrifice and reading. So, any of you who have been listening for a while know that I'm trying to cut back on book buying a little bit just because it got a little out of hand last year. And while I'm still getting quite a few books this year, I'm only doing it by picking a quarterly day to have book buying day, in which case I can buy whatever books that I would like. I have cheated on this twice for like actual specific books that were getting released and I really wanted to read them. And one of them was near Mother's Day. The other one was at the dollar store, and had been on my to read list for a while, and I also planning on regifting it, so those were my cheats. Anyway, yesterday, I thought it would be fun to go and have book buying day. I guess it was 2 days ago. And I had all these grand plans about what I wanted to look for me, and I was really excited. So first I went to Half Price Books, so it's a little bit cheaper. And I went through the sections that I always go through first, and I got a stack of probably 9 or 10 books that were all $4 or less, but they were still like, I was really excited about getting them. And then I got back to the kids section and started looking at what my kids would like and what they were looking at. And the cart kept getting fuller and fuller and fuller until I realized I was not going to be getting the books that I had picked out for me. Now, some of these are books that I was planning on getting for homeschool, so I might be able to put them in that category on the budget. But it really occurred to me that when it comes down to it, as a parent and our limited, expenses, I'm willing to go to the library and get books there for me that I don't necessarily have to have on my shelf. And I'm willing to write down things that I want to remember without just marking them up in my own copies, if it means that I can get really great books for my kids. So, revelation. Parenting is a sacrifice, even when you're a reader. And I just thought that was kind of a cool reminder, a cool illustration for what parenting ends up being. A lot of times it means, giving up your extra things and your extra joys to make somebody else that you really love happy. And well, I'm not saying I'm not going to get joy reading those books with them, because I really am very excited about it. We got a couple games too. When it comes down to it, like they're it. And so if you're a parent and you understand this and you're a bookworm, you know how important it is to get those good books in their hands. So I will go ahead and show you what I picked out for me. It's a John Steinbeck. The Moon is Down. It's used, so it qualifies under my John Steinbeck reading used book buying. But it's just a short novel on his war experience, and I'm excited about reading it. Can you guys go outside for a minute? Then this stack that I'm really excited about, and there are a few other ones that my kids have already taken all over the house. There was one that my eldest got on Horace and Set because he's been obsessed with the Red Pyramid series by Rick Riordan. So we found one just about that. But the Renaissance art game. This is actually a book and card game, so you can play either memory or concentration with it. But they're different art from the Renaissance in there. And I'm really excited about this. Next year for art, I'll show you, there's a couple more I got where I just want to alternate doing these every week. We have art day where we do art history things. I'm really excited about that. I've seen that for a while, so I'm just pumped. This next one, my 2-year-old, for some reason, heard from somebody the word princess, which has a whole loaded connotations. If you are a feminist mom, you know what I'm talking about. Terrifies me. So I was trying to steer her in the direction of anything else that was not just those Disney princesses that get rescued all the time. And I think, well, I made a good concession. This is A Midsummer Night's Dream, illustrated by Kevin Madison, and it's the whole play written out, but these illustrations, I am just so excited. Good bottom. I'm just, yeah, I can't wait to read this to her because she loves Midsummer Night's Dream. We watch it with the older boys, and so I was like, well, there's Puck and there's Bottom, and then she was sold on it, and I did say it was Queen Titania, so I don't know. This one is probably the thing I'm most excited about. Next up, we have Bone Poems by Jeff Moss. This is actually, I guess, published by the American Museum of Natural History, and they're just different poems on natural history. I thought that was really a cool poetry book. I always like cool poetry books that kind of have some other elements to them. I think it's a great way to learn about science as well. And yeah, this next one has been on my list for a while. It's Life Story by Virginia Lee Barton. If you're familiar with Mike Mulligan and the Steam Shovel, this is the same author illustrator. This one is about the story of life on Earth from its beginning up until now. I think it does cover the Big Bang and evolution, so if that's a concern of yours. But I'm just really excited. All of the illustrations, all the different little facts. And I've also purchased for the fall, we got Evolution game as well as the Flight Evolution expansion set, so I'm excited about kind of pairing those together. And these next three, I'm also pretty pumped. This is Art, Fraud, Detective, Spot the Difference, Solve the Crime by Anna Nilsson. This apparently, I'm really excited. There's this, I think the other one also is by the same person. There's a mystery caller at the beginning of the book, and the idea behind it is there's these suspects, and you are trying to find the forgeries in the main picture. So you look down below at the art history behind it and the actual painting, and then you use a magnifying glass to spot ones that do not have the right things in it. So I think it's a really cool exercise in observation of art, trying to notice differences. It's like a game. Kids always like to kind of win at things. So this is just a really cool, and it's art history. I'm excited about doing this. I mean, so that's the first one of that. The second one was right by it, and it's the same author. It's called Gallery Ghost. Find the ghost who paints the most. And what you have to do is, at the beginning, there's all these different artists' profiles. So, like, for instance, Mary Cassatt. I love to paint children, though I never had children of my own. Gustav Klimt. My paintings are filled with patterns so rich you sometimes have to hunt for the faces. So you can kind of learn a little bit about the artist, and then you go through and you try and figure out the mystery of which painter painted the most of the pictures, or something along those lines. So I think that'll be just another fun, like, art history game. I don't know. I love that. And this one I've showed you guys before, but I found it and I bought it because I had to. It's Cabinet of Curiosities, Collecting and Understanding the Wonders of the Natural World by Gordon Grice. This book, my eldest and I just sat and just marveled at the beauty of it. There's so many great illustrations. It talks about classification. It talks about types of feathers, collecting and preserving different kinds of nature. And it actually inspired us. We really had been searching for a while to go ahead and get a tray just like this so we can put our own things in it. And today at Goodwill, we found one. So I put it together, and my firstborn is just like, that's just like in Cabinet of Curiosities. And so I'm just really excited about it. Anyway, I have been slowly trying to evaluate through all of the things that we have to figure out what we actually still need and what we don't need, and what we really use, what makes us happy, what have we outgrown. So I'm excited. You'll see probably some more videos in the next couple weeks about minimizing and simplifying our homeschool, planning out next year and what that looks like. So anyway, that is all for today. I would love to hear what you guys think about the idea of sacrificing the book budget for your children. Have you guys ever done that? What ones do you really love purchasing for your kids and spending extra on so that they get to enjoy that? I would love to hear in the comments. So please like, subscribe, share if you want. I know this isn't like a really deep video, but it was just really exciting for me to kind of realize that about myself. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.